For Father Frank Furman, it was a different road traveled that led to yesterday's ordination. The fourth Frank Furman, he is the first to become a priest. The East Hampton native and parishioner of Our Lady of the Valley Parish says he's excited to finally be able to fulfill his dream of celebrating Mass and to serve God and his people. I sat down with Father Furman last week to find out just what inspired him to pursue this vocation. Father Frank Furman is the fourth in a line of Franks, named after his father, who works as an IT specialist. His grandfather, Frank Furman Jr., was a U.S. Navy veteran and also worked in the refrigeration business. And his great-grandfather, the first Frank Furman, originally from Holyoke, was a foreman in a steel mill.
One of my pastors joked that God tried 4 times to get a priest out of my family, and on the 4th he'll succeed.
Frank IV grew up in East Hampton, the only child of Frank and Joanne Furman. He attended the former Notre Dame Immaculate Conception Grammar School and graduated from the former Holyoke Catholic High School when it was located in Granby. He says his parents instilled their strong faith in God in him, and he often thought of becoming a priest, but ignored the call at first, entering the nursing program at Elms College instead. Well, halfway through his junior year, the call to the priesthood came back.
It was kind of like a boomerang, In high school I threw it away, but then it hit me pretty hard that year. And I realized that seminary was where I needed to be to really figure this out and take discernment to the next level.
After graduating from the Elms, Father Furman studied at St. John's Seminary in Brighton, and then was sent to Rome by Bishop Rosansky to study theology. While in Europe, he says he learned a lot about many lesser-known saints and was influenced by the quiet yet devoted faith life of Italian saint Gemma Galgani from Lucca.
She wanted to be a Passionist in the worst way, and she seemed to fail at a lot of those things. But God told her that she would be adopted by the Passionists after her death, and lo and behold, they take care of her relics now. And she's seen as one of their saints. So she's just a different example of, we're all called to be saints, but we can take many paths to get there, and God has a different path for each one of us.
And speaking of paths, Father Furman says in his spare time that he likes to spend time outdoors, especially hiking. And it was on a particularly long pilgrimage path, walking the Camino de Santiago, or Way of St. James in Spain, that he says he received grace and inspiration from God.
I did. I asked for some graces from God, especially regarding ministry, to be more passionate about what I do and really be able to give my all in everything. And I really feel that God has given me certain graces with ministry to be able to do His work and to really be able to let myself enter into it.
Father Furman will return to Rome this fall to finish up his second year for a degree in moral theology, and then he will return to the diocese for a more permanent assignment.